guys can pick a day. It's like, all right, guys, in 2 weeks, this Friday and Saturday is going to be a 2-day blitz, or Saturday, Sunday is going to be a weekend. Instead of doing a Super Saturday, just do a 2-day blitz.
Yeah, right.
You'll probably get more done and more learning done because you can do a debrief afterwards, which is almost kind of like training a little bit, like here's what we've done better, but that's what they really need to know.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to get started here in Omaha, Nebraska. It is going to be fun here, guys.
Jefferson Santos!
I want to start living now. Like, I don't want to wait till someday I'll, right? Because someday I'll never gets here, right? So, and by the way, now that you're in business for yourself, I would stay away from any political or any kind of opinionated posts, right? And I get it. Some of us get rants. You know what? Start another profile under a funny name and a whatever caricature, and then you do that there. I wish I would have said that like years ago, but I just see people shoot their toes off, right? They literally blow their toes off and blow their prospects out of the water by doing that, right? You don't have any extra money until after $100,000, $300,000 a year. I'm just saying that, like, just generally speaking. Okay, you know, like, you ever heard of extra money? Not really. There's not really extra. Nobody really has extra money. But when you get over $300,000 a year, that's when you start having extra money because you've covered your basic living expenses. You got the car that you want. You have the house that you want. Like, there's 4 levels of training that I was taught. One of my mentors that makes 8 figures a year. He says there's theory, which kind of like what some people in school kind of teach. Then there's tactics, like the how-tos. Then there's transformational, which is pretty awesome, life transformation. But then there's transcending type training that we get. Because we're not only transforming ourselves, we're being challenged to do great things for the world. And when good people make money, good things happen. And when bad people make money, bad things happen. And so when you make money, it's like spiritual warfare. You're pulling money out of the enemy's camp, and you're doing good things with it, right? So yeah, great job tonight, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Hey guys, I'm actually right in front of Mr. Warren Buffett's house. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm doing a training seminar tomorrow, but you know, it's funny, in his book, Snowball, you know, he talks about his bout with self-doubt. And I think we all have that element in that voice in our head, whether it's louder in some of our heads or we can quiet it down in some of our heads, but it's something that we all have to deal with and like a dragon that we have to fight maybe every day for you, could be every week, I don't know. But it's kind of cool that I was here in Omaha, I was able to swing by his house. Obviously, he's not home, but it's kind of weird if I go up to knock on his door, but that's his house, guys, and you know, he's one of the wealthiest people in the entire world. You know, doing investments and just starting with something small and building something massive. And so if you want something great, you have to start with small, and you have to respect that and honor that and water those sprouts, so to speak, so you can have something massive like he does and what he's doing all around the world and impacting people. So it's awesome, guys. So I just wanted to bring it to you from Omaha, Nebraska, Mr. Warren Buffett's house. See you guys later. Now that's a margarita right there. Whoa.
5 gallons.
Yeah, 5 gallons. There we go. I'm excited, man. I appreciate everything you're doing as well. What's up, guys? How's it going? Good to be here. So, did you guys like my shirt?
Yeah.
It's kind of stylish, but I got a little plaid going on for the Midwest, Omaha. Kind of fit in and stuff. So, hey, it's great to see you guys. Need some energy, man. Need some energy. All right, on to the next meeting. Here we go. And what happens is when you're in a plateau, what starts to happen is you're like
you get frustrated. That frustration is a good thing, because that means you're on the right track. Because I mean, if something doesn't just go straight up all the time, it has to. You have to go through that level of. You have to go through some sort of skill development or personal growth at that level, because that's where your level of income and personal growth is at. And so what happens is, out of that frustration, you kind of remind yourself to go back to square one. Kind of like, when we were playing sports and football, when we'd lose a game, coach would go, hey, look, let's look at the film and let's go back to the basics, right? What got us here, and are we still doing the same thing? It causes you to really go inside it and you want to develop yourself more, because because here's what problem, you don't learn from success, you learn from failure. And the problem is what happens if, let's say you're kind of doing things wrong, but somehow you're getting lucky, and it just keeps on growing and growing and growing. Eventually you're going to get to a point where, because the way you're doing it is starting to duplicate, it will end up plateauing your group. So either way, something you're doing is causing you to do that. Pain is inevitable, right? But suffering is optional. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then go to sleep and then wake up early, and we'll see you there in the morning, all right? Take care, God bless, guys. Appreciate you.
Come on. Everyone just hanging out in a place called Omaha, Nebraska. And, the home of Warren Buffett and a lot of great other things. But also we have some people that are on a Saturday that are literally wanting to upgrade their life even more. And they're pretty excited about that. So what do you guys say? You heard it here. They're happy about it. Rock and roll. We'll see you later. I know. Hey, listen, I know you have your notes in your lap, but put them between your legs and go like this. Go like this with both fists. And look at your fist. You know what? People that are blind, when they win a race and something happens, their hands go like this. They don't even see what's going on. They don't even know that they're doing this, but it's so powerful, right? Because you freaking won already. How do you get vision? Well, you get around people who love vision, right? You get around people like this morning that get up on a Saturday morning and they're all jacked up on Mountain Dew, excited about life. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. For us, here's what's happening for us, is we have this desire in us to want to be successful. We all do, okay? And so we're designed with all the right parts for success. And so our destiny is success. The power plant doesn't have energy, it generates it. Okay, so it comes from within. If you want to heighten your ambition level, which causes us to wake up early with cat-like moves because we're excited about life, that's ambition. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with ambition. It's about doing ambition and going for greatness, not to be great because of ego, but to be great because of service. Social media is a double-edged sword. It's good and it's bad. Okay, you could sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and start to be entertained, right? Here's what you need to do. Start scrolling through your goals. That's what you need to start scrolling through. But there's even something more important than people skills and the basics, and that's personal growth or your leadership level. Matter of fact, that's 95% of the game. Your income follows your personal growth. You can't bring your needs to the marketplace. Oh, I need to pay my rent. I need to pay my bills. The marketplace doesn't give a rip about you. But the value you bring to the marketplace, let's talk about sports figures. Hey, listen. Hey, for some of us, we think, man, they get paid way too much. You know what, though? There's a market called the sports marketing world, okay? And that franchise athlete and that athlete, whatever they do, they bring so much money to the table as far as merchandising and endorsements and all these things. They actually get paid a very small percentage, and they get paid literally tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars for a contract. And yes, it might be a lot compared to maybe what you make, but it's the value they bring to that marketplace. Does that make sense? Okay, we're all valuable as people, but I'm talking about the marketplace, and the marketplace is brutal, man. It will chew you up and spit you out. So we got to build ourselves up with more value in the marketplace, right? we good?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? Well, you don't know.
I can see my levels.
Okay. Wow, so it's late Saturday night. Just got in here, and it's the last 3 days have been awesome. So we got to Omaha on Thursday. We did a couple of meetings, and I got to swing by Mr. Warren Buffett's house. That was really fun, actually. That was a little added bonus there. And then did some meetings on Friday as well. And today, as well as a lot of my other business partners around the country, we trained about 23,000 people in one day today. But I was doing my part over here in Omaha, and we had about 350 people there today. We're talking about several things. One of the things I was talking about is, turning pro, like how to turn pro. I was going over the 7 steps of that. And, one of the key steps in turning pro is actually having the skill of being able to forgive people. Because as a leader, when you're growing a group, your back's to your people because you're leading your people. So you're going to get arrows in your back. You're going to have people say things behind your back, and they might not be aware of what they're saying because of there's just a level of awareness. It's just what they're saying. But as a leader, if you're going to lead any size organization, people are going to talk, and you can't let that get to you. And you have to be able to forgive and bless and release those people because you're on a bigger mission. There's a lot more people that are counting on you, and you have to be able to get over that stuff. You can't just ingest it and then integrate that into your body. You gotta forgive, bless, and release. We gotta be light, and that's a muscle that you have to exercise and get strong. Because if you can't take it, you'll never be able to lead people, and because sometimes they know not what they do. The part about leadership that you have to understand right now before, some of you watching this are like, hey, I want to lead a team of people. I want to grow a big team or a big sales team or whatever it is, and just be ready because people will be drinking that haterade, and you got to be ready to deal with it. And the bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. And so if you want to make a lot of money, you just get ready to have some problems and some personal challenge. Let's say personal, like maybe personnel challenges, right? But it's all in a day's work. It's all part of dealing with people. And you know what? For the most part, traveling around the world, people are good. They want to do good. They want to be more. Sometimes they just don't know how to do it, and they get frustrated, and they go internal and they blame and all types of things. And so you just got to understand where people are coming from. And I have a lot of empathy for that because I didn't understand what I was doing. I first got started as an entrepreneur. It was tough for me, and there's a lot of times where I wanted to quit. Actually, I did for a few minutes, and then hired myself again. That's what I did. So it's been a very successful trip. Going to be heading back to the family in the morning. I'm excited to see those little buddies and my beautiful wife. And I think my brother's coming into town, my older brother. I got two older half brothers. So I'm going to see one of them. We're going to be doing some kind of Brazilian kind of cookout thing at my house tomorrow evening with my parents and my brother and the family and stuff. So it's going to be great. So